Good afternoon. This is Wednesday, September 17th. My name is Mark Lenci. I and Kathy Schleier are the co-managers from the Village Church side of the geothermal project, and I'm going to give you an update today as of where we stand today so that you'll understand what you're seeing when you come to the opening service this coming Sunday at the Village Church. Yeah, we're there! Sort of. And the video will explain that. So I was told that I need to have my face in at least one of these. Why? I'm not sure, but here it is. So now we'll get on with seeing where we stand. Hello, it's Wednesday afternoon, about 2:15. I'm down here in what used to be the boiler room, is now the ground source heat pump room. And our 3 ground source heat pumps have just landed. Riggers have just finished up with it. It's a big deal. Not quite like landing on the moon. This is like what one of the 3 units look like. These are actually modular, and there's 2 modules in each one of the 3 of the ground source heat pumps. We only need 3 to 4 of them to keep the building hot or cool, depending what mode it's in a steady state condition. The other 2 are excess capacity that, first of all, can serve if there's a problem with one, we can keep everything running with the remaining 5. A lot of redundancy here. And it's also necessary when we set back the temperature at night, you need more energy to bring it back up in the morning, or like when we warm up the sanctuary on Sunday. So that's why we have that necessary capacity beyond what we have to just maintain at steady state. So that's it. More to follow. This room will look a lot better once everything's mounted, plumbed, closed up, and painted. On Wednesday, the activity out here in the landscaping grading has been to remove the huge pile of dirt that used to be there in the cloister, rip up all the old asphalt to the driveway, and then they'll fill and grade the dirt to level and compact it, and that's how we'll have it this Sunday. When this section of the driveway is graded and packed, it's going to look like what you can see the berm here, like this small section over here on the northwest corner where the graveyard is. You see it's all leveled, it's been packed down, so there's another day or so of work to do there. Part of the reason that we can't have it, we'll have it packed like this with dirt on Sunday but not paved, is we still have a lot of construction equipment and debris here that needs to be moved. This is the trucks and cranes that brought in the ground source heat pumps today. So the landscapers and pavers weren't able to tear this section up, and that'll all be done by Friday, but we won't get a chance to pave it until next week. Work on the second floor has been progressing. It's primarily been electrical at this point. You can see the pile of cables there. The holes in the roof you saw in the last video, those are closed up because the new air handling units are there. But you can see none of the overheads put back in any of the 4 classrooms up here because they've got to run these 4-inch supply and return pipes from the 2 new air handling units down into the sub-basement. And that, testing them, getting the ceilings back up, there's about 2 weeks of work left on the second floor before you can really do anything up here as far as using it by the church. So during the construction, the library has been pressed into service as the construction office for Greener U. And here's our Greener U team. Joey, the primary on-site construction manager, Joe D, not to be confused with Joe E, okay, and an unnamed handsome construction worker who we just threw in for good looks. We're obviously up on the roof now. That's the finished new roofing system. You notice it's white. That's a new design to keep the building cooler. It reflects the energy away, other than the traditional black roofing that absorbs the heat into the building. The solar panels will go in this blank area. As we walk around, you can see our 2 new air handling units, the tan boxes that have replaced the 7 rooftop units we have. Why do I call them air handling units instead of rooftop units? Well, there's actually a difference. These air handling units are just that. They just handle air. They push it around and run it through either the coils from the ground source heat pumps that either heat or cool the air as necessary. And then all this ductwork over here is going to go in place and sends it to the 7 zones that we've always had in the church. The difference between an air handling unit and a rooftop unit is the rooftop units had all the components that did the air conditioning and some of the heating. So there's all the compressors, the freon cycle, electric power, controllers and all that. None of that's in these units. They're much simpler, which is also one of the reasons that we have a much longer life expectancy, approximately twice the life expectancy of these air handling units compared to our rooftop units, because they're rough and tough mechanical systems, nothing sophisticated, and all that's down in the sub-basement in the ground source with the ground source heat pumps, protected from the environment, so it should last much longer than our previous system. So one important aspect of this is keeping it going for our renters. So here comes our Chinese language school, supervised by their adults, and we actually shifted the work hours of the workforce from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. so that by 2:30 the bulk of them would be out of here, and we can safely guide the children down into the basement and have the language school there. That allows Chinese language school to keep up with their academic calendar and schedule. So that's worked out great.